In a narration found in Jami' at-Tirmizi, number 2029, the Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, advised three things. The first is that charity does not decrease one's wealth. This is because whatever a Muslim spends for the sake of Allah, the Exalted, in respect to any blessing, such as time, Allah, the Exalted, will compensate them. This compensation will be much more than what they originally used. Chapter 2 Al-Baqarah, verse 245.
Who is it that would loan Allah a goodly loan so He may multiply it for him many times over?
For example, Allah, the Exalted, may grant the one who spends for His sake with financial opportunities which leads to an overall increase in wealth. In addition, this could be referring to the reality that whatever is destined to be spent on a person, which is their true wealth, can never change irrespective of their behavior or the behavior of the entire creation. In fact, a person's provision was allocated to them over 50,000 years before Allah, the Exalted, created the heavens and the earth. This is confirmed in a narration found in Sahih Muslim, number 6748. So in reality, one's charity will not change the amount of wealth which is destined to be spent on them, such as wealth spent on their food. Finally, charity does not reduce one's wealth, as one is only depositing their wealth in the hereafter account. This is like the one who transfers money between two bank accounts their own. In this respect, charity does not reduce one's wealth, as the real beneficiary is oneself. Remembering this will prevent one from seeking gratitude from those they aid, and it will prevent pride, as one is, in reality, benefiting no one other than themselves when they give charity. The second thing mentioned in the main narration under discussion is that a person will become more honored when they forgive others for the sake of Allah, the Exalted. This occurs as the one who forgives others will be forgiven by Allah, the Exalted, which by definition causes their honor to increase. Chapter 24 An-Nur, verse 22.
And let them pardon and overlook. Would you not like that Allah should forgive you? And Allah is forgiving and merciful.
This shows that true honor does not lie in exalting over people, but it lies in being merciful and forgiving. Simply put, if one desires to be forgiven for their mistakes, they should forgive others. But it is important to note that one is encouraged to forgive others for the sake of Allah, the Exalted, but they must also take the necessary steps to avoid being wronged by their abuser again, meaning, they should adjust their behavior in order to protect themselves so that history does not repeat itself, while continuing to treat others according to the teachings of Islam. Forgiving others does not mean being naive in respect to others. The final thing mentioned in the main narration is that a person will be raised in rank when they live with humility for the sake of Allah, the Exalted. This occurs as humility is an important aspect of servanthood to Allah, the Exalted. The opposite of humility, which is pride, only belongs to the Master, namely, Allah, the Exalted, as everything which people possess was created and granted by Him. Understanding this reality ensures one avoids pride and instead shows humility by obeying Allah, the Exalted, by fulfilling His commands, refraining from His prohibitions, and by facing destiny with patience according to the traditions of the Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, and includes treating others with respect and kindness. The humble person does not look down on people, as every good quality they possess was granted by Allah, the Exalted. The humble person does not reject the truth irrespective of who it comes from, as the source of truth is none other than Allah, the Exalted. Instead, they accept and act on it whenever they are confronted with it. This is true servanthood to Allah, the Exalted, and leads to true greatness in both worlds.